our next guest is a multi-talented, multi-hued entertainer whose very funny and catchy political parodies have been seen more than 500 million times.
Girl, you're a Karen. You're an obnoxious, intolerant pain. Hun, you're a Karen. And you appear to be missing a brain. Stupid.
Please say hello to Randy Rainbow. I forgot to plug your book. There it is. It's called Playing With Myself. And really, aren't all autobiographies somewhat masturbatory?
Mine certainly. Well, it's not what you think. Well, it's kind of what you think.
How you doing? It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
You're very funny. I don't know why Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't call the police on you. And
she's dialing as we speak. This is like the worst nightmare of Marjorie Taylor Greene. You and me together at last.
Rainbow, I learned today, is your real last name, which is crazy.
I wouldn't make it up. I know it sounds like the corniest stage name ever, but I would not have done that to myself. It was a very difficult childhood. Read chapters 1 through like 16.
About.
But and for the birthers out there, there is a picture of my birth certificate in the book.
Are there people questioning your citizenship here in the United States?
Well, since I'm a kid, they think, but it sounds like the corniest, like, public access children's show kind of host.
Yeah,
or
Randy
like
Rainbow.
a cheap drag queen, but it's not.
It's not, no.
Thankfully, I grew into, what I've become, and I wasn't like a quarterback or whatever they're called.
Anybody who's... That's exactly right. I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is some quote you have on this book. Brilliant, as good as anyone writing lyrics today.
Who said that?
Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah, you heard of him?
I have, yeah. Even I have heard of them.
You?
How did you get into musical theater? How did that happen in your life?
My mother really wanted to raise the gayest son on Long Island. And she succeeded. She would put me to bed every night with the soundtracks to Oklahoma and The Music Man and episodes of Murder, She Wrote. I don't know how that played into it. But so it was really my mom.
Your mom?
Are you a musical theater? Do you know any kind of?
No, I don't know anything, yeah.
But you like my stuff, right?
But my brother went to musical theater school.
Oh, so there
Yes,
you go.
And I do like your stuff. Your stuff is great.
Thanks.
It's very funny.
Thanks.
It's hard to make that kind of stuff funny. Usually it's like,
think?
ugh, please stop it.
Yeah.
And yet somehow you manage to turn that corner and make them really good.
That's so nice. Well, it's not, I say in the book, they're not politically motivated, though that might surprise some people. It's just they're politically themed, certainly, but at the heart of it, it's just me, like, putting on wigs and playing dress up and having a fabulous time.
Which was the first of your videos to go viral?
It was called, it was not musical, and it was called Randy Rainbow is Dating Mel Gibson.
Okay.
We've since broken up. I'd rather not talk about it. But it was when, those phone rants had leaked.
Yes,
Screaming at his girlfriend, you remember.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of, like, what kind of comedy angle could I take? And they were largely homophobic and anti-Semitic. And then I remembered, I'm a gay Jewess. And I said, I'll date him. So I walked around my apartment having romantic phone conversations to his tirades.
And you never heard from Mel or his attorneys or anything like that?
No, well, maybe now.
Do you hear from people you sing about ever?
Marjorie Taylor Greene has not invited me to brunch.
She has not, no?
The moment she does, I'll call you.
Yeah, please do.
No, not usually. No, I really haven't. I mean, like, after the fact, like some of the Trump, like the mooch is
Scaramucci?
Scaramucci.
I see. Okay, that's big of him, I guess.
Yeah.
Or he's probably just looking for attention.
Listen, you said it, not me. He's a lovely man.
But you have heard from, like, Carol Burnett, who's quoted on your book, which is...
Okay, but I don't have to tell you, when your idols reach out to you and become your friends, that's the most exciting part of all of this.
What happened? How did Carol Burnett reach out to you?
She's a fan, like you,
Oh, I
Jimmy.
believe that.
And she called me on my cell phone.
She called you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's since become a really good friend, and now she, like, will call or send an email every time I put out a video.
Really?
Whose life is this, Jimmy?
That's pretty great.
Crazy. But I've heard from, not Mel Gibson, again, sort of topic, but I've heard from Barbara Streisand and, just all my idols.
I like the oohs and ahs. So they really...
By the way, it's Carol Burnett's birthday tonight.
Oh, wow, happy birthday. You should have been celebrating her instead of Melania.
Well, I wanted to thank you for having me here on the Melania birthday special. It's a special honor. Thank you.
So there's a story in the book about an experience you had with me.
Yes, Jimmy.
And
It's been haunting me since 2019.
And is that true? Has it really been haunting you?
I swear to God, it was the 2019 Emmy Awards, the Creative Arts Emmys.
Yep.
I had been nominated for the first time, which already I was in shock because I didn't realize you could get nominated for an Emmy for making videos in your living room, which is essentially what I do. So I got the nomination. We showed up, and I kind of secretly thought that it would be like a dinner party at like an Applebee's or something. It was Creative Arts Emmy. But then it was like the real Emmys.
This is the first like award show you'd ever been to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in my apartment making videos with no pants on. What award shows are they inviting me? So, but I got there, and it was a real red carpet, and we went into the Microsoft Theater, and I was in the front row, and there's Kim Kardashian, and Norman Lear was behind me, and RuPaul, and I'm seated in the front row. Next to me is Anthony Anderson, your dear friend, who asked my mother for a Tic Tac, by the way, which was her Emmy Award. Like, she has not stopped talking about it. And then there was you, and I'm standing before the show. We're all standing, and I'm talking to my mother, who is my date. I'm dating my mother. And I'm saying, can you believe this is happening, Mom? Like, what's crazy? And then I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn, and it's America's sweetheart, Jimmy Kimmel. And you're a pro at this now, but I'm sure like in your early days, like when you meet people, and I've loved you for so long, and when you meet people that you have admired for years, like, I put so much expectation on that moment, and I was so jet lagged because I had just, I was exhausted, maybe a little drunk, and I was thinking like all these things were going through my head, like this is my moment to shine for Jimmy Kimmel, and if I make an impression, he'll invite me home to Melania. I almost said you're not married to her. That was a brief stint.
Molly, but I'm going to start calling her Melania now.
Don't do that. I love my Molly. Oh, God. I screwed up. Wait, I'm gonna have to write another book now.
I already went into her phone and changed her profile photo to Ivanka, and she can't figure out how to get it off.
You're horrible. Yeah. Don't do it. But I'm thinking all these things. I'm gonna go on vacation with Howard Stern and Jimmy Kimmel. But of course, this is crazy. But so everything just like, you were very gracious to come say hello.
Yes, I saw you.
Do you remember any
Yes,
of
I
it?
totally remember
You do?
this. I 100% remember
And
it.
to me, and it might not be, it's probably you, it was a blip. It was 20 seconds, but for me, it was like 4 hours.
I remember seeing you. I was like, oh, yeah, that guy's funny. And I went over and said hello to you, and you were there with your mother.
Right.
Yes.
And then I wanted to say all these things to you, but I just started vomiting like word salad is what I remember. And I introduced you to my mother, and there was like a lot of awkward pauses, I remember, and I wasn't saying any of the things I wanted to say. And you were so gracious, as always, but you wouldn't leave. Like, I wanted you to go. Not because of you, because of me. I was bombing.
This all sounds right.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
About me being asked to leave. Yeah, that's something that happens to me
Well,
regularly.
then I just remember I didn't know what to do, so I put my hand on your shoulder, and I just remember like petting you, like a little bunny. And then finally, I just dismissed you. I said, "Okay, well, thank you. That's enough." And I dismissed Jimmy Kimmel.
And I went on my
left.
way.
Oh my
yeah,
God! And
yeah.
so
I was probably my seat was there too.
your seat was right there. But
so you've
still.
written this scenario of like how you wish it had gone.
Well, I wrote a chapter called "Not Now, Jimmy Kimmel," and in it, I kind of wrote the transcript of how I wish. When I'm standing in the shower in the morning staring at the shampoo, how I wish this conversation.
Well, let's make it happen.
Can we do it?
Yeah, let's
You'll
rewrite
indulge
history
me?
here. Here you go.
Thank you. I'm
right.
off book, Jimmy. I thought you would be too.
You know? Okay, all right. I go.
Page
I'll start.
139 if you're following along. Yes.
Page chapter 15.
Thank you. Okay. You start.
Randy.
Jimbo Kimball, my man, how you doing?
Looking good, friend.
Jimmy, I need you to really sell it, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking good, friend.
Well, hey, what can I say? I take after you, you handsome son of a bitch.
You write a speech?
What for? You know carpool karaoke's gonna steal it.
I wouldn't be so sure, you national treasure.
Takes one to know one. How's my girl Molly?
On her way in, she can't wait to see you. Save you a seat at the after?
Grab me a Tito's soda And then you cut me off.
Splash of crayon?
You remembered.
You know it. And then I say,
And then you do.
Baba Booey.
And a fa-fa flow high to you.
See? Now
Thank you.
it's discomfort erased.
Thank you.
Randy Rainbow, this is his book, Playing with Myself. We'll be back with Lawrence. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.